afternoon, little crafters. Thank you for joining me, Miss Lisa, here at the Fayette County Public Library for the Crafty Corner. As you know, we are well into our second week of summer reading, and our theme is Oceans of Possibilities. So here at the Crafty Corner, we are going to be making all kinds of ocean animals all summer long. And so for today, we are going to be making this nifty little beach crab. And we've got several books here at the library that tell you about crabs and even how to take care of them if you have one as a pet. So this craft is a sort of a touchy-feely craft because it has some sandpaper at the bottom. If you get your packets, you are going to find the blue background. You are going to have a piece of red paper that has some circles and the little crab's claws on it for you to cut out. You are going to have your sandpaper. You're going to have some eyes to cut out. You're also going to have a paper yellow that has a whole bunch of little triangles as well as the circle that's going to become our sun. So the very first thing you're going to want to do when you get your packet is to cut out all the pieces, and I've already cut out most of the things. So after you've cut it out, you're going to want to gather your supplies. So make sure you have your scissors, some white glue, some glue stick, as well as a black marker. All right, so the first thing you're going to want to do after you've cut out all your pieces is to figure out where you want your sandpaper. Now the sand needs to go near the bottom because the crab is rather large on the he's rather large for the size of the paper. So we're going to want to put our sandpaper down. You can leave a little water at the bottom or lay it all the way down if you want. You're going to definitely want to use your white glue. You're going to want to use quite a bit, but again, sort of scribble that glue on the back of that sandpaper. It's going to have to be pretty heavily laid on there for that sandpaper to lay down. All right, so you're going to get all that glue, then you're going to press it down where you want it. I'm going to put it mostly to the bottom here. You hear that? Sandpaper. Yeah, it's a little rough there, so be careful pressing it down. All right, so that's going to make us look like the crab is right there at the beach. Okay. Once you have that and all your other pieces cut out, I would suggest that you lay all your pieces on your paper before you start gluing so you know where things are. So the big circle is his belly. The red smaller circles are going to be his eyes, and you have the little crab claw pieces. Okay, now to put all of this together, you are going to need some arms and legs, and then, well, here's his eyes. Then these are his little feet. When you cut out the little triangles, if the black is still showing, make sure that you just glue it down so that the black is down. Okay, so you're going to put our little crab feet however you want to put them, not probably like that. We'll figure this out in a minute. Then you have the yellow piece of paper to make his arms and the connectors up to his eyes. So you're just going to want to take your scissors and cut a real nice thin little strip here. And depending how long you want them, now I made the little crab arms go off the page, so that's a lot of fun. So I'm just going to cut a couple little, about a 2-inch, about 2 inches of length here. And then we are going to end up gluing all this together. But as you can see, it's sort of a layered project, so you don't want to glue anything down until you know for sure that you have all your pieces. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and cut another strip for his other arm. So we're going to put his little crab claw over here. Now we also have a sun that is going to shine in the sky. So I've given you a circle here to cut out. And then you're going to need some more strips to make the rays of the sunshine. So we're just going to stick that there and go ahead and cut some more strips to make the rays of the sunshine. And don't worry if your strips are not all the same length or the same width, it will be fine. So now I'm going to lay these on top of each other to actually get some that are about the same. Okay, so that will be my rays of sun. All right, I think we're about ready to put this together. You can see the sandpaper starting to curl just a little, but that's okay. I'm going to move his legs. We'll get those in a minute. All right, so I'm going to start with his with his body, and I'm going to go ahead and use glue stick. Now I'm not going to glue all the way to the edge. That will give me a little lip to be able to put the pieces up underneath it that I need to put up underneath it. So leave an outer edge where it's not glued. So we're going to glue him down, glue his body down. And so those lips are sticking up there so that you have place to put the arms in. So then what we're going to just need to do is just go ahead and get the arms glued down. Now over here next to me I have a book called Clem and the Crab. It's a really cute little story about a little girl who goes to the beach, and this little crab sort of follows her home. Now she's told to take it back to the beach, which she does, but then the crab sort of catches on to her pant leg and just follows her around until she finally returns it to the beach. That's a sweet little story. All right, so we have our crab claws. Sometimes that's hard to say. Now you'll notice that they stick off the page, so you don't want to put glue on the whole back side. So I'm just going to put glue here on the bottom, the rounded part. Put glue down here as well so that it doesn't stick to your table. All right, now we have our eyes. Go ahead and glue. That's already stuck in there a little bit. Go ahead and stick that down. Okay, and put some glue here and turn that over. Put his eyes. Now if you want to glue this other part that's sticking up, that's fine too once you get all the little pieces up underneath. Let's go ahead and glue eyes first. And you can make his eyes go whichever direction you want. Okay. And then we're going to glue the back. Now because we're just gluing, you know, thin paper to thin paper, it's okay just to use your glue stick. If you wanted to use the white glue, I would suggest that you sort of smear it down so it doesn't bubble up a lot. So I'm going to make him looking at each other this time. He's going to sort of be cross-eyed. All right, for the sun, again, I'm going to, let's see, I think I should probably make the sun first. So I'm going to put some glue here and stick the rays in the glue. So let's go ahead and make our sun. These are all sticking together. Okay, so I've put just a line of glue around that circle, and then I'm gluing the rays of my sunshine sticking out here. All right, now I can put the glue on the back of that and then lay the sun down. He's awfully big, isn't he? But that makes it nice and sunny. All right, you could always trim off those if you don't want them as long, or even sticking right there in his face. Okay, next we need his little legs, little crab legs. And because it's on that sandpaper, we're probably going to need to use that white glue. So go ahead and just put a little bit of glue. And I'm going to make the straight part going straight down, and the sort of the little arrow part of the triangle going off the page. So you can make his legs do whatever you want. This is the way he's going to be walking today, right on top of each other. All right, let's go to the other side. And remember, you didn't glue the circle all the way down, so you have this lip to be able to put his legs down up under his body. Okay, and we are almost done with our little crab. So there are all kinds of crabs. Some of you may have had a hermit crab in your classroom at one time. There's also a really cool crab down in the ocean called a horseshoe crab, which is really a cool crab. And then got this book over here about a fiddler crab. Crabs are really interesting ocean animals. All right, I think we are about done. Sort of just pressing everything down to make sure it's stuck well. All right, and that sun is pretty big up there in the sky. So what do you guys think? This is our first official summer reading craft for our Crafty Corner, our cute little crab. All right, folks, thank you so much for joining me at the Fayette County Public Library for the Crafty Corner. Make sure you come on down and get your packet so you can make your own crab. And if you haven't signed up for summer reading, please do so. You can do it online by going to our webpage or coming on into the library and we can help you sign up. All right, bye now. See you next week for another ocean animal.